We're now joined at the podium by Coach Mike Neighbors from Washington State. Coach, congratulations on a great season and your thoughts about today's tournament.
State of Washington, from the state of Washington. Our kids are fired up to be here. I hope our diehard Seattle Sonics fans will forgive us for going to the Thunder game last night, but we had a great time getting here. Kids are settled in, and we're ready for practice.
Okay, we'll take questions from the floor. If you'll put your hand up, we'll get a question from you. Start right here in the front, left-hand side.
Garen Emig of the Tulsa World. Hello, Mike.
Hey.
What did Kelsey have naturally when you first got a hold of her, and what did she have to work on to enhance her game over the years?
She had and has a ability to stay singularly focused better than any human being I've ever been around. Not kid, not player, not millennial, anybody I've ever met, any businessman, anybody. She has a singular focus to strive for excellence. She is not the kid that walked out of the airport or walked down in the Thunder game last night and was immediately recognized as a basketball player. Could be a lot of different things. So that focus is what makes her special. I don't know that there's anything that I've tried to get her to work on other than just enjoy the moments a little bit along the way. That's my constant strive with her because she is so dedicated to the process that sometimes she forgets to stop and look around and enjoy things like this. And that's all I've tried to help her with. Put her in great situations, challenge her. From the recruiting process all the way up, she wanted to do something that was hard. She didn't want to take the easy way out, thus choosing a program that had not been to the NCAA tournament for a number of years and didn't have a built-in guarantee of success. She wanted to do something that was hard, so tried to make it challenging for her. From naming her a captain as a freshman to counting on her to be a focal point of our offense, redesigning a lot of our offense around her and the rest of the players that are on our roster. And she's handled it like no other person I've ever been around.
Got a question on the left-hand side, rear.
Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. The UConn's dominance in recent years, a lot of people have said has been good for the game, brought a lot of spotlight to women's basketball. Is it starting to be a negative that it seems like everybody's playing for second? Do we need more parity in the game? Do we need somebody to win the national title besides Connecticut?
I don't think so. I think what they've done is the reason that you're starting to see some parity. Maybe not winning it, but we had 3 unique teams last year in the Final Four, us being one of them, Oregon State and Syracuse. Those were 3 new teams. And I know for a fact that we use what UConn does as a model, the way they approach the game, the way they prepare. He's got great players, but they also outwork a lot of people. He gets great talent to work hard, and that's why the combination is so unbeatable right now is because he's got both of those going. They have both of them going. I think a lot of us are getting there. I think now kids see that it can't just be talent and it can't just be hard work. It's got to be a combination of those two things. And I think you have seen. You've got more teams talked about this year. And I think it's great. I think we should all embrace it. And if we spend 1 second worrying about it being negative, then we're just adding to that argument that it is. And I don't believe that it is a negative. I think it's great for our sport. I think it's brought a lot of attention. And anybody that wants to dismiss it, I just don't think is paying enough attention.
Got a question in the middle?
I'm not sorry to take you back to Kelsey.
No, that's fine.
Mike. I know a lot's been written about her success story the last few years. Is there an underrated part of her story that people are missing along the way, you think?
Just that she is a great teammate. I think I've been there every step of the way with her. She hasn't missed one interview question. She hasn't put one negative thing on social media. She hasn't provided bulletin board locker room material for an opponent. She's humble. And the records, she only wanted the records to occur if we were winning and our program was winning and our team was winning. And that's genuine. There's not 1 ounce of fakeness in her. She is very genuine, and I think a lot of times when you are chasing those records and you're under the spotlight, that can get undervalued. But she is a tremendous teammate and has been, a star in her role since the second she stepped on our campus.
Follow up, if you
Yeah,
don't mind. And that's,
sure.
in that sense, has her personality changed much?
Yeah, a little. I think initially she's always kind of had a chip on her shoulder type kid. She didn't make some teams she wanted to make. She wasn't as highly regarded maybe coming out of high school as things. She's always found something to have a chip on her shoulder about, and I think that's driven her. And I think over time that chip has gone away to just now strive to just for excellence. Don't worry about outcomes. Focus still on that process, and the results are going to take care of themselves. And I have seen that change. She's a happy kid. She's really, really become a role model off the court as well. Very giving of her time. She stays well after our normal autograph sessions at home. She stays on the road to sign autographs. And I haven't seen her one time step out of the character when you had plenty of opportunities to do it. She's missed some free throws. She's missed some jump shots. She's missed some layups. But she has not missed one chance to take a selfie with a 10-year-old or an 80-year-old. She has really, really been given up plenty of opportunities to do it, and she has not.
Question on the rear.
Yeah, a few minutes ago, Vic was comparing your offense and the way you use your personnel to the Rockets, and James Harden spreading the floor and kicking out to shooters. Is that something that have you adopted your style from other coaches or other levels, or is this just a natural progression of what you got with your personnel?
It's I obviously watch a lot of sports at any level, FIBA, college, high school, and I'm constantly doodling plays. And we picked stuff up from Harden. There was some social media people that did a side-by-side comparison of Harden and Kelsey. So obviously you start looking at some of those things. I use a lot of Stockton and Malone. Those were kind of my two guys growing up. I loved watching Stockton and Malone. And, Chantel is very Malone-ish, and I think Kelsey at times could be Stockton-ish. So we got a few of our sets, little actions, the way we space. From the Rockets specifically, also a lot from the Clippers. The best play we run I got from the Portugal team in the FIBAs a few years ago. And then you just kind of tinker around with it in practice. Anybody that's been to our practices knows that we like to tinker a little bit and find things, and those do come from that area. And he knows. Obviously Vic and I are very, very close friends, and I spent 3 days in Starkville last summer talking about offense. And so there's no secrets. He knows exactly what we're going to do, and not even know what, but how we're going to do it.
Further questions for Coach? Got a question in the middle?
How have you seen Collier and her game perhaps evolve and get to this point at this season?
It started last summer, before last season even. She really spent that summer, for the first time since she was diagnosed with leukemia and overcoming leukemia, I think had a full summer where she could work on her skill. She was constantly working on conditioning, and it really paid off for us last year. Then this summer, she just kept it going. And when we talk about people starring in their role, she's done as good a job at starring in her role as Chantel and Kelsey and Natalie and the people that sometimes get a little bit more of the spotlight. But that's who she is. If you were there the day that she was diagnosed with leukemia, she was on her official visit to our school. She never cried. She was just making a plan on how to beat it. So, how are we going to guard the double ball screen with her? Not that big a deal, when you've beaten cancer. So I think she's drawn from that. She inspires us every single day that she steps on the court, from coaches to players, everybody in our program. And I think, this year what you've seen is you have to guard her as well, because she's going to make 15-foot jump shots. She's going to make every lay-in that Chantel throws her, so she can score on top of the things that she's been doing in the past in screening and defense. She's continued to add to her game just as much as the other players have.
Anything further for Coach?
I've got great pictures of Vic if anybody needs them.
Thanks,
He
Coach.
may have some of me too, so.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're now joined by Chantel Osamor and Kelsey Plum. Osahor, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ladies, we're going to take questions from the floor. We'll get questions, and if you would, please give your name and your affiliation the first time. We got a question in the middle left.
Percy Allen, Seattle Times, stop laughing, for Kelsey and Chantel. If you guys can just say, how has Katie maybe grown and matured over the years, and especially this year? And I would ask Kelsey first and then Chantel.
Katie's just on one of the big glue pieces to our team, and a lot of the things she does doesn't come up necessarily in the box score or in the stat sheet, but she's a tough competitor. Her energy, the way she runs the floor, the way she gets people open, setting screens, and then just in there with Chantel battling on the boards, and sometimes defensively she's got to guard a guard, or she's got a different type of mismatch. But Katie can't say enough about her resilience, her strength, just her positive attitude. She's always the first person to say, "Hey, I love you," or "Keep your head up," or stuff like that. She's been great. Katie and I are roommates, so that's somebody that I spend a lot of time with outside of basketball as well.
Katie's like the prime example of being a superstar in your role. I know Nabes is all into numbers, so if you ask him, I know her, you don't see him in the stat sheet, but her numbers for us are ridiculous. And on the defensive side and the offensive side, our efficiencies are great because of her. So, yeah, Katie's just, I'm glad I played beside her 'cause she's a rock for our team.
Questions for our student athletes?
Gary Nemig of the Tulsa World. Kelsey, if I was to ask, what came naturally for you? What were you sort of, what have you had to work for versus what came naturally in terms of your basketball skill? What would you tell me?
What came naturally is my competitiveness. What came skillfully because I worked on it. Everything else, I don't know. I guess I just I've grown up around sports. I've grown up playing in a atmosphere where I've always been super competitive and stuff like that. But basketball, I don't think it came super natural to me. I was actually a volleyball player, and my family, I grew up playing volleyball. So when I made the transition to basketball, I had to work a lot at it. And I think maybe just being fearless, being able to shoot the ball on any place on the floor, maybe that's natural. I don't know, but probably just my competitiveness, I guess.
You want a follow-up question?
Real quick, how old were you when you made that transition, and why did you do so from volleyball to basketball?
I stopped playing volleyball when I was a freshman in high school, and that was just because the high school coach made me pick between the two, and I loved volleyball more. Basketball. I love basketball a lot more, and so I just decided to go for it. But if it weren't for that, I don't know if I'd be here because volleyball was something that I was really good at, and I liked it as well. So who knows? Everything happens for a reason.
We had a question on the right rear, and then we'll go to the left.
Kelsey, Tom Ebel from WCBI News in Columbus, Mississippi. First question, what do you see from Mississippi State's defense? They're one of the top defensive units in the SEC. What have you seen from them in preparation?
Yeah, well, Coach Vic Schaefer is a defensive guru. Just watching on film, their intensity, the pressure they put on opponents, the way they play, is very apparent right from the start. They try to turn you over. They try to make you take bad shots. They force a lot of charges. And then just their rotations on defense, they play together as a team, and they're very deep. So, subs come in and they play with that same type of high energy, and they're physical, very athletic. It's going to be a very tough matchup.
And then just secondly, Coach Schaefer compared you to James Harden and said you guys' style of offense is like the Houston Rockets. What do you think about being compared to someone like James Harden?
That's it's very cool. I think that that's happened a couple times this year, and you just can't say anything. I mean, he's playing like the MVP right now, and so to be compared to somebody like that it's just an honor.
Question on the rear left.
Kyle Fredrickson with the Oklahoman. For Kelsey, your coach also mentioned that even when you guys will go on the road, there'll be people asking for your autographs, kids being there. When did that first start happening, when opponents, you'd have the fans come out? And what has that experience been like as you travel these different sites?
I think it started to get a little bit overwhelming at the beginning of this year, just some of the exposure and the attention. But it's a good problem to have, I think, and I think that I take it as not necessarily a challenge, but if I can be somebody that can be a role model and grow the game and have people watch our games and stuff like that, I'm definitely willing to be an ambassador for it, and I take upon that responsibility wholeheartedly.
Another question on the rear?
Just a follow-up for Kelsey. All the scoring marks that you've reached this year, when the year began, did you have any idea that you'd be in contention for some of those records? Did you have people telling you about it, and kind of talk as you got closer, sort of the pressure that comes with reaching those marks?
Yeah, I knew that it was possible, but it wasn't something that I was striving for. I was just trying to go out, be the best player I could for my team, and play basketball because I love it and because it's fun. I think that towards those days and those games that I could possibly have broken it or whatever the case may be, yeah, I would lie if I said that it wasn't extremely stressful and kind of disheartening because people expect miracles. And, it was tough because it kind of took a love away from the game. That's not why I play. And so I was just grateful for the support I've had from my teammates. It's been unreal. I mean, there's no way that any of this stuff happens if they're not there and they don't have my back. And so I'm just glad that the weight's off my chest and I can just play now because we just want to win in the NCAA tournament.
Further questions for our student athletes? Got a question in the middle?
Kelsey, if others compare you to James Harden, is there an NBA player that you compare yourself to?
My favorite player in the NBA right now is Steph, but I don't compare myself to him. I don't think he's like a unicorn. I don't think you compare yourself to that. But I mean, probably James. Just the similarities. We're both left-handed. The way we create our own shot is very similar, and I didn't realize it until some of the tape that I've been showed on just his game and the way that he moves with the ball. So it's been interesting to see the comparisons, but I mean, I have to say James, I guess.
Quick follow-up. Did I read where you've played against, was it Nate Robinson? Is that right at some point? Are there other guys who've had NBA connections that you've actually run with at the gym and whatnot over the years?
Yeah, UW has a great alumni, and this summer I play a lot of pickup games with people, Nate, Jamal Crawford, Spencer Hawes, Markelle Fultz, Tony Roten, Isaiah Thomas. It's just been great, and they're so cool, and they're really down to earth. You'd expect these superstars to not give you the time of day, but they are certainly very gracious.
Further questions? Okay, ladies, we're going to let you go. Good luck tomorrow. I'll get your name right.